Hey guys, this is going to be a video response for Dannielle Brown. She is celebrating 1,000 subbies on her channel and she's hosting a challenge giveaway. Hey Danny, congratulations girl. And this is my entry for your challenge. I created a card for you and I will just describe the products that I used to create this card. So for the base of the card I used a Stampin' Up! Paper, and it's one of their in colors from last year, I believe. It's the crisp cantaloupe one. I also have the stamping pad to match with the paper. And I just took a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, scored it on the 11-inch side to get this card. And since I kept it bigger than the usual A2 size because I wanted to spread my mixed media elements on the card. So I started by coloring the stamp, and this is my main image is a Magnolia Tilda stamp, and it's called the Secura Tilda. That's how she looks. And I used my distress pens to color this in. And I think she turned out really cute. So for her face I used Vintage Photo. I used Tattered Rose, and I used, for her cheeks, I used Aged Mahogany. And for her hair I used Vintage Photo, Antique Linen, and yeah, those two colors. And for her dress I used the Evergreen Bow color, and I added some pink on her dress with just a pink marker, which I will get to. And the flower in her hair, I used my Dilution inks that I fill up in my Tim Holtz fine detailer pen, and this one is the Funky Fuchsia pink color that I used to color in the flower on her hair. And I added a little pearl, and then I fussy cut the image out and I had it all ready. And then for the card I started with adding the stamp on the background, and this is again from the Magnolia line. It's called the Secura branch, and this is how it looks. And I used my VersaFine black ink to stamp it out, and I quickly covered it with my zinc clear embossing powder to give it that raised effect, if you will. And you see how shiny this is. And then I colored the flowers in again using my Dilution inks, which I fill my Tim Holtz detailer pens with. And I used the Funky Fuchsia, then I used the Vibrant Turquoise and the Melted Chocolate color. So that's how I colored the flowers. And for these little dots that come with the stamp, I used my Viva Pearl pen in white, and I let it dry. And then for the background behind the image, I used my Liquitex modeling paste, and I used it through the stencil. I love this stencil. It's by Crafters Workshop. It's the chicken wire stencil, and you get both the negative and the positive one, and I use this one, the positive one, for getting that effect on the background. And I then let it dry as well. Then I added the sentiment, just sitting here thinking of you, and I again used my VersaFine black ink, and I added the clear embossing powder on the sentiment as well. And then I used the Stampin' Up! Paper again and I die cut that paper out of this embosslet from Stampin' Up! It's an older one. It's called the Beautiful Wings. Yeah, I really busted out some old stuff from my stash, and I used the butterflies I did not distress or edge anything. I just left everything as is. All the image or the die cuts or anything except for the bicycle that I will come to in a minute. And I just placed the butterflies randomly. And then I have my image. I placed it on the modeling paste, and I used some cardboard to have it popped up, which I used my hot glue gun to adhere it. And then I added some fence on the background, and this is a chipboard fence by Crafters. And the bicycle again is from Crafters, and I added some modeling paste just to distress the bicycle on different places. And then I colored the seat of the bike in the funky fuchsia dilution ink as well. And this blue paper again is from Stampin' Up. I cannot remember the color on the top of my head. And this, all the papers that I used for die cuts is Stampin' Up paper. And these flowers here are, again, it's a Sizzix Sizzlet die, and it's this flower here that I die cut out. And this is called the Build a Buddy Accessories one. These are like really old collection that I have. And for the grass here on the fence, I used a CC Designs small grass border die, which I believe is discontinued now. And added some grass here on the bike as well, and I used the same small grass border die on the behind of the bike. It's just that I kept the border a little wider. And that's how the front of my card turned out. And on the inside, I just added some Julie Nutting buff paper pad, a sheet from that paper pad, and on which I will write my message for you, Danny. And thanks for hosting this challenge and inspiring me to really create a card and get going. And thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye now.